What's up, guys? It's been a while since I've brought you guys a video. Today I'm just going to go into Surfers Paradise for a quick little skate, and I thought I'd show you around where I live. Surfers Paradise is like the tourism capital of the Gold Coast and pretty much the tourism capital of Australia, really, outside of Sydney. So yeah, I thought I'd take the camera down with me and get a couple of shots of some skating. Maybe go grab a coffee or something, and then I'm going to bring you guys back to the studio at home and going to talk about the skateboarding progression and a couple of other little things that I've got going on in my life as well. So let's go down to the surface, check out, see if there's any waves as well, and I'll see you guys at the beach. Let's go. What's up, everyone? My name's Andrew and I make videos for those in need of some help with their mental and physical well-being. I'm an aspiring life coach, so if you need to get motivated and get your life elevated, consider subscribing and join me on my journey. Let's get stuck into today's video. Alright guys, as I said in the car earlier, today is a little bit of an update on my skateboarding journey. I haven't posted a video for a few weeks, so I apologise. I'll give you guys a couple of reasons for that. First of all, apologies about the shortness of the B-roll footage of my skate there in Surfers Paradise today. In typical beginner vlogger fashion, I didn't charge my battery for my camera before I went out to shoot. So the camera's been sitting here for a week or two without me using it, and I thought the battery was full, but obviously it wasn't, and I only got about 5 minutes, if that, of footage. So apologies. Next video I'll have a lot more B-roll footage in it. But as I said, today is just like a quick update. To be honest, with the skateboarding, it's really hard to find like not the motivation, but it's hard to film stuff at the moment because every day is just the same. It's just like a repetition for me. I'm just getting the minutes in, skating, getting my feet and joints and everything used to it. I'm still on the longboard. I'm just cruising. I'm not doing anything crazy yet. So unless you guys want to see more of like where I live on the Gold Coast, then I'd be more than happy to put together, you know, like some more footage. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of this lovely place that I live. I sometimes forget just how lovely and beautiful and, you know, naturally gorgeous this place is, and I just take it for granted. So if you're watching from somewhere else in Australia or from around the world, let me know where you're watching from, and yeah, and maybe I can look to go and get out and about and film some more footage of the Gold Coast while I'm learning how to skate again. All right, so a quick sort of update on where I'm at with it. I've had an issue over the last 2 years or so with my feet. I used to work in a hospitality role and basically not wearing proper shoes and doing you know, over 30 hours a week on my feet on hard floor, on the go 100% of the time. I've given myself plantar fasciitis in my left foot. I got diagnosed with that about a year ago. I possibly should have gone and seen a podiatrist about 6 months to a year before that to get it under control, but I got a pair of orthotics made up, which I wear in my shoes all the time now to try and get my feet and everything back in order. So plantar fasciitis is essentially like collapsed arches in your feet, and it just felt like I had like a really bad stone bruise in the front of my the heel on the underside of my foot. It was just like constant pain, and I'd get home from work and I could hardly walk, and then when I get up in the morning I could hardly walk again. So I've just got to be really careful. There's been a couple of times when I've been out on the skateboard, and after I sort of hit around about that 20-minute mark, I start to notice some real fatigue in my feet, and I don't want to overextend myself and undo all of the good work that I've done to get my feet back to semi-normal. So I'm just taking it sort of really carefully at the moment. I have noticed a bit of pain in my feet, so that's why I haven't sort of posted a video for the last couple of weeks, because I've been resting a little bit and just being really mindful of it. So I'm just basically skating around my little block here where I live, finding a couple of smooth pavements around here to ride, and that's about it. But the feet are feeling pretty good. I went down to surface today and skated for about 15-20 minutes, and the feet felt all right. So we'll just take baby steps, but hopefully soon I'll be graduating from the cruiser onto a normal street setup and can start sort of looking at rolling on a proper skateboard, and we'll start looking at ollies and things in a couple of months' time. But that's an update on the skateboarding. All right, let's get stuck into a little bit more of a life update for you. So one of the things that I've been wrestling with, if you've had a look at one of my previous recent vlogs, is that I've started seeing a therapist, a psychologist, and one of the things that he's been trying to get me to do is to try and sort of discover myself, and that's a journey that I've been on for quite some time now. And with COVID, it's given me the time. It's now September in 2020, and I stopped work in March. So I've basically spent the entirety of 2020 not doing anything, getting government assistance, applying for jobs. It's really hard at the moment. For the first few months, probably the first 3 months of the lockdown, I just shut down. I sat on the couch and watched Netflix and The Mandalorian and Tiger King and you name it. I've watched it over the last sort of like 5-6 months and put on a heap of weight and got depressed, and that's sort of and anxious, super anxious. So that's where the whole wanting to learn to skate, get fit again, has sort of come from. And out of that reframing of my thought process, I've had a couple of things bubble to the surface that I've been considering for a long time and have been pushing aside because I'm telling myself I'm not good enough for it, that I couldn't make it work, that it won't work in Australia, for a couple of these things. So one of the things that I've spent the last 4 weeks really thinking hard on is what I want to do in the future. And this is something that I've sort of been in the back of my mind for the best part of 10 years or so, is I want to become a life coach. I want to help people in their 20s and 30s to sort of set some goals, find their purpose, get some motivation, and just be on their side to try and push them in the right direction. Like for me, I spent my whole life without any direction, without any, without my inner circle of friends and family being like really ambitious or successful. So I'm looking at addressing a lot of these things. I'm looking to find a new circle for myself, to surround myself with a new tribe. I want to be surrounded by sort of, like I said, ambitious and successful people, and people who want to be successful. So that's where, with the whole life coaching thing, the reason I have been putting it off is because when someone says life coach to me, I think of people who are into Herbalife, Isogenics, doTERRA, all of those multi-level marketing kind of things. I get like this real cringe factor when people start talking about life coaching. You kind of, that's just how I associate it with. I've always associated life coaching with that kind of, like soul and life and family destroying business of multi-level marketing. And I don't want to be a part of that. And the other part of it as well that's put me off is the whole really like pseudo quasi spiritual side of things. It's always put me off as well. Like, I don't want to go and sit on a mountaintop with beads and change my name to, Isha Chandra Shaka or whatever, like I'm trying to find a way for me to develop a life coaching style that's real, that gives people real sort of like pathways and sort of help them change their thought processes through goal setting and things like that. So I'm trying to find a way to reframe it, and I'm trying to find a coaching program that I can do myself that aligns with my values. So I'm spending a lot of time on that at the moment. And what I want to do moving forward with that is I want to create a whole new brand around myself. I'm going to be keeping this YouTube channel, and I'm going to be, as well as all of this other sort of fun stuff that I've been doing with skateboarding, I'm going to be doing yoga. I'm going to do some meditation, like learn some meditation. I'm just going to keep doing all of this kind of fun stuff that I've been doing on my past videos, and a little bit of like personal development and stuff, and then start sort of like incorporating things like podcasts and other things into the channel as well. So over the next year or two, I'm going to be working on a podcast. I'm going to be working on a consistent brand for myself. And if you guys, I've got a handful of subscribers here at the moment, and I really appreciate all of you guys who tune in. I know a couple of you have got the notification bell turned on. I see your comments every video. So that sort of makes me really happy, and I'm just glad that you guys have been here with me from the start, because I really want to make this thing work big time. I think part of the problem that I've got with the life coaching thing is that my audience, who I'm looking to target, which is people like me, don't have much money, so it's hard to really monetize it. So that's where I'm hoping, building things like the YouTube channel and a podcast and a blog and things like that I can possibly look at monetizing things that way. So yeah, that's it. This has been a bit longer than what I had hoped for, but that's a quick life update for you. Skating, I promise you guys I'll start posting once a week again. I've been pretty lazy with it, just had a lot of other things on my mind. And the other thing as well is I don't have a computer, so I'm editing all of these videos on my phone, and it's very time intensive. It's very finicky. The apps like to crash and stuff a lot of the time. So I've got no computer, and I'm just trying to do the best I can. So it's a bit frustrating, but if you're new to this channel, like you're watching this video for the first time and it kind of resonates with you, like consider subscribing and following me for more content. The more subscribers I get, the closer I get to 1,000. I can start to look at things like the YouTube Partner Program, and make myself a little bit of income on the side, which will help me to get new computers, new microphones, lighting setups, improve the B-roll footage, improve the YouTube vlog game, and take things to the next level. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. Sorry for the length and for sort of blabbing on a bit. Consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button if you've got any value from this whatsoever, or if you just want to sort of help me on my journey. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.